You're exactly right. It's I mean, this was quite interesting because it was directed by George Clooney. Well,
Yes,
I'm a huge I love Clooney movies. I really really do. I really
the ones that he
love
directs. Yeah,
the ones that he directs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, well, I love some of the ones he's in as well,
yeah,
but in particular, he's I'm like a big fan of his. And this is based on the book about a small. It's basically they're a minor college, sort of lower middle class, and they're competing against the big Yale and Harvard and all the big boys,
yeah.
but to get a place in the Olympic spot. So yeah, what was it we were saying about if you could switch off after 10 minutes into into the film? Yeah. So anyway, but I
So what
had
you're saying is that George Clooney should be thankful that this film was released in cinemas and not
cinemas.
on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of subplots, with relationships because one of them's like really poor because there's obviously set in the Depression era, and
Yeah,
so there's some few love stories, a few conflicts, a few like when they changed the coxswain and stuff. Um, so, but normally I sort of like these sort of things, but it was like, come on, come on. Anyway, the rowing scenes, a couple of the rowing scenes are quite interesting. I thought, well, I'll stick this out because the 36 Olympics, I really want to see the 36 Olympics. I like
yeah,
that idea because I saw the old Jesse Owens movie and things like
race.
that,
Yeah,
and yeah, which I enjoyed, I think. So this, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Anyway, there's a race where they compete to go in the Olympics, and they just win against the big, the big college boys.
yeah.
And they end up going. I thought, oh, so I was rubbing my hands. Oh, here we go, 36 Olympics. Yes, wow, it was dull, but there was a nod. So in the final, there's like you got the Hungarians, the Germans, and the Italians and whatever, and that bit, I suppose, there's a little bit of tension there, which
Yeah.
is okay, which is quite good. Uh, Hitler looked like a parody. He didn't look like Hitler at all. He looked like a cartoon figure, I thought, from my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so yeah, it's a sports film. You've got all the subplots like you would have the Grizzly coach, or like that, and they've got they have to
Played by Joel
obviously
Edgerton, isn't it?
yeah because they've got no money they have to do they have to get the Olympic Committee or whatever say, oh, you're going to have to get so much money if you want to enter, you've got to get this money. And he said, well, we haven't got the money, we need a big sponsor, and they do a drive and they do
Car wash.
you car wash, all that sort of stuff to collect money, and
Yeah.
the community puts in money and says, here's some of this and this, and then oh, how much? All like we're like £1,000 short, or $1,000 short. So
Yeah.
Anyway, cut a long story short, but I'm pretty sure this must have been filmed. I reckon some of it was filmed on the Thames. But Hollywood you would know probably more than me. I'm pretty certain it looks that sort of to me. It looked English. It looked like
Interesting.
English. So
Well,
so
yeah, well, people have said that Seattle does look a little bit British.
right,
Well,
okay.
it
So
definitely has
yeah,
British weather,
I
that's
don't
for
know.
sure.
But yeah. But I mean, to me, it didn't look, it didn't look like well, yeah, probably Seattle. I suppose it's probably on the same line, isn't it? Same line of longitude or latitude, which so yeah, so that might make sense. But yeah, it reminded me of somewhere in England. Anyway, so yeah, so man, just
Some of it was apparently filmed in London.
it was
Oh no,
wow,
yeah, you're right. It says the majority of the movie was shot in England. Yeah.
And
wow.
some of it in Didcot Railway Centre. And Didcot
I
is
Didcot.
not
know
the most
that
exciting
place.
place in the world.
I know. I used to live just down the road from
Oh
Didcot
wow.
Railway Centre. There's not much going on there. So,
No.
East
Oh wow.
Walmsley, I don't think there's much going on there either.
No. Well, anyway, so yeah, so no, this plods. Oh man, does this plod? And if we had have been, like we said earlier, if I'd have been watching this at
at
home,
home.
I
Yeah.
probably would have gone for a wee and made myself a cup of coffee and waited until the Olympics, no, because I mean, Race was a good movie. Race, I enjoyed
Race is
Race,
a very
but
good movie. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But this, I don't know. I wanted it. Perhaps I wanted it to be more. I don't know. Being George Clooney, and as I say, the best thing I suppose was the race scene. But I didn't have any sympathy for any of the characters. I thought,
Mm.
they were, and for me, yeah, it was just dull and plods, and
Yeah.
I boring movie. No wonder it didn't get any nominations at the Oscars. I'm not surprised. I expect everybody felt the same. I'm sure they must have done. I mean,
unless of course you're in Seattle or you're in the state of Washington or Washington State,
or something like that.
Because
yeah,
apparently
probably
this story means loads, and when they played it from there, they had like standing ovation. But everything I've heard about this film, I've just thought it's just going to be a big dumb American sports movie. It's like it's gonna like there's. That's like a genre on its own, and it's like there's all these tropes you've got to hit about the last minute victory from the jaws of defeat, the disparate group of characters coming together and sorting out their differences to become a team.
Yeah.
And it's like, and so I'm looking at this film and I'm going, I know it's directed by George Clooney and everything like that, but it feels like I know this film before I've even watched it.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. But I was so looking forward to the Olympics bit. It's like halfway through that, but no, that was just as big a letdown as ever.
Oh, wow.
And you got all
no Chariots of Fire moment.
2-star.
Two stars. So it's not like, because I remember there was a time when I had this realization that the films Cool Runnings and Eddie the Eagles happened at the same Olympics. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, what is it with this Zoom balloon thing? I'm like, I realized that those two happened. I was like, oh, two good films about these things happen at the same Olympics. That's pretty cool. It looks like race, and it looks like The Boys in the Boat has let race down.